I'm under tension.
Crazy winter art, dog. Let's hit some fucking leg. Let's get those tits pumped.
Planning to head up to Chicago. My buddy is a photographer up there, and I got the lucky invite to help do some modeling for a gym brand that's up and coming. Nothing insane, nothing too crazy, but it is an exciting little experience for us all. And I'd like to take you guys with update on the off season. Everything's going pretty good. Everything's going pretty good. Definitely weight's up. I think we're at like 204. I'm definitely feeling good. I'm strong as heck, but we're progressing where I want to be. I'd like to be a lot bigger. I'd like to have those bigger arms for stage, but you know how it goes. Muscle isn't instant, and we're training our butts off every day to get there. I think a lot of it is the mentality you got to go into this thing is that this is supposed to be hard. This isn't supposed to be instant gratification, but that's the best part, I think, about anything like lifting weights competitively in a bodybuilding sport or in a powerlifting sport or just in general building muscle. It's not something that is easily given like most things in life. Because most things in life, you could either buy it or if you're born into something really good. I mean, genetically, yes, you can be born into having good muscle. But I believe Tom Platz, he quoted that he did not have the best genetics. He just trained farking hard. So that's something that you should take into mentality, that no matter if you have, let's say, the worst genetics on earth, but if you train hard and you work hard at something, especially in muscle building, you're going to build muscle. I mean, yes, there are those rare cases where you're just not able to and everything, but I highly doubt most of the people watching this video are not gym bros or gym girls. Like, people that probably watch these things are really big into the gym, and they understand that factor of this cannot be taken and given. I mean, there's things that enhance it, like steroids, peptides, and that. I like to think of those as like XP boosts in like video games, you know. Like, it's not going to give you the next level, but it is going to help you get to that level a lot faster, if that makes sense, you know. It's not like an instant World of Warcraft by level 80. That is a niche reference to all my MMORPG gamers out there. Hashtag stand up, fix World of Warcraft. The season need to be better. Sorry about that little tangent. But yeah, so think about it like that. You're just leveling in a game. I mean, I'm a big nerd, man. Most of my videos are filmed in my antique chair in front of my Pokemon collection. We can safely say I'm probably not that cool of a guy, but I am a hard worker, I like to put at the end of the day. I like to achieve something. I like to see the benefits of what my hard work has put into. And I'd say lifting itself has changed my life so dramatically, because when I graduated high school, I was out of shape, depressed, and just not in a good space mentally, and I had no idea what I was going to do for my future. I kept going to college, I kept changing majors, just not knowing what to do. And then my buddy, he's like, we should go to the gym together. And we started, and I fell in love with it. And I am now 5 to 6 years deep. I'm about to compete this August, and I got the job that I wanted, which is being a firefighter paramedic, because I was healthy. I was able to do the job mentally and physically. And if I never went to the gym because my friend offered it to me, I would have never achieved what I've achieved now. And I owe a lot of who I am as a person and how I grew as a person to working out. Of course, don't make working out your whole personality, but that is one of the main building blocks that can elevate you to another level, because it did for me. And I believe that anything you find a passion in has a way to elevate other things in your life. Because let's say you're into like guitar or something, you have to learn. You have to sit there and practice. And if you apply that practice and constant ability to fail and try again to, let's say, anything in life, you're going to probably succeed in that, because you have that mentality that at some point I'm going to get this and I'm going to be able to play this song fully through, or I'm going to be able to get this career fully through. It's just anything you have passion in and that you're willing to fail and pick up again and constantly do, then that is the point of anything, because that's the mentality you have to take to everything in life. Relationships, a gym, freaking work, or your career you want to build, or anything. Because if you're willing to understand that failure is going to come with anything, and that failure is a learning experience and something you can improve upon in the future, then you're going to succeed. It's the people that when they fail at something, they give up. Because as soon as you give up on something that you cared about, think of how sad that makes you feel. Because now, instead of just dealing with that sadness of I failed, you're dealing with the I'm a failure because you don't try again. Because let's say 10 times you fail, the 11th time you succeed. Guess what? You get to have the success 11 times. If that makes sense. Because you failed so much that when you do succeed at it, it's 11 times better. You failed 11 times, and now it's 11 times better that when you do succeed. I just think in this generation and a lot of people, they just don't understand that failure comes with everything you do in life. And that's something that was hard for me to accept. I used to be that kid in high school that was like, oh, muscles are for dorks, and honestly, going to the gym, you should just feel comfortable with your body and everything. I agree, most people should feel comfortable with their body, but think about what you can achieve if you try. I even still have issues feeling comfortable with my body because of body dysmorphia and issues like that. But I'm a lot better healthy and successful than I was when I was out of shape and just willing to accept being, I'd like to say, number 10 in a tier of 10, you know? I was okay with that, and that I was the most depressed I ever was in life because I was accepting that I was a failure and that I was willing to just skirt around the ability to try hard. And then I did. And then I tried hard, and it sucked. I remember my first 21 days at the gym. I was constantly sore. I was constantly like, I don't want to do this. This sucks. But I told myself, because I can't remember who said it, but I remember one guy always said that 21 days is how many days it takes to build a habit. So I was like, 21 days of me having to lift, I will achieve this as a habit, and this will be the best thing for my life. And I did. 5 years, I take rest weeks or rest days per needed recovery. But yeah, it's just accepting failure, guys, and being ready to grow from it. And after that, let's get into a sick, dramatic travel transition. I'll see you boys up in Chicago. in the car heading home, boys. I know I didn't really do too much filming at the photo shoot itself, and then post photo shoot I was kind of hanging with the guys, so I didn't want to record or anything and just throw a camera in people's faces. And I didn't really know anyone at the photo shoot except the photographer, so wasn't much content to get there. So I didn't film too much from there. This is the brand, Bait Dogs. Nice guy, owner's pretty cool, up and coming brand. Not sponsored by him or anything. They just needed a model, and I had a couple connections and a buddy that does photography up in Chicago, so they just used me since I was available at the time. But yeah, it was a pretty good trip all around. Got to see the buddy, I got to yap a little bit, which was nice, just to talk about things. But you know, me and him were talking about the whole YouTube and his own company that he's running with his friends, is getting over the embarrassment of doing something that could improve your life or something you want to do. I feel personally like posting on YouTube, when I first started doing this, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed to tell my family, I was embarrassed to tell my friends. And I'm pretty happy with the amount of subscribers and how much more I'm growing and the views I'm getting. And I just thought that was a nice little snippet, because we were just yapping about his own work and his company that he was built on his ride home, and I wanted to explain that to you guys, that getting over the embarrassment is probably one of the best feelings you ever can, because you're building something that you're putting your work into. And most of the time when you're embarrassed about something, you're being judged from people that honestly never were ever willing to risk it all to do something, or like risk feeling weird, or they were comfortable not ever doing something. And that embarrassment is that privilege of discomfortability. That's not the word. Uncomfortability. That we have the privilege to feel, and then we have the privilege to grow from. And that's just like what we talk about in the gym, and what we talk about in everything, in career building, in life. Embrace that uncomfortability. Because I am so much more happy talking to you guys and sharing my voice and what my opinions are on things, and just yapping to you guys, than I would have been if I just always said, what if I became a bodybuilder, what if I became a gym YouTuber, or all this, you know? And I just don't want you guys to be comfortable. I want you to be comfortable, but I want you to be uncomfortable. I want you guys to grow. I want, as I grow as a person on YouTube and influencing and all this stupid stuff and bodybuilding that are important to me, I just want one day for a fan to come up to me and be like, thank you for pushing me to go be uncomfortable. Because if that's the case, and one of you guys grow from just listening to some yapping from some old loser that doesn't have much knowledge on anything, but I want the best for everybody in life. And I know the bodybuilding community and the gym community is such a niche, but I'd say tends to have a lot of insecurity in it and scaredness and all this, because that's how I entered it, was due to insecurity and all these things. I just hope you guys know that I want to see you grow, and it would mean the world to me for you guys to do something that's uncomfortable for yourselves this week. If you're watching this all the way through, just please do one thing uncomfortable this week that you think would make you grow as a person. That's all I'm asking, because I want to see you guys grow and become better men, women, or whatever you identify as. Just be better than you were yesterday, and remember that one day it's going to end, so why not make every gosh darn day the best day that you could ever live, and live to be the person that you want to be. Because when it comes to our door and we're knocking on the doors of death, would you rather have been the person that everybody was comfortable with and didn't ever think more of, or be that guy that people were like, he constantly made himself uncomfortable, but all the things he achieved, that I know that guy was happy. So in the end of the day, it's always that stupid saying, either be the sheep or be the lion, and get remembered how you want to be remembered. But I just wanted to leave us off on that. I love you boys. I love you gals. I hope you have a good week, a good month, a good day. And you keep fighting and you keep enjoying life. And you become better than you were yesterday. This isn't much from anyone, but I want to see your success more than anyone. And I hope you achieve that. That's all from me, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Sticks and stones, broken bones, put a tag on they toe. Sticks and stones, broken bones, put a tag